If you use Rise, you've probably run into some kind of limitation with the UI. And here's a good example of the step labels. See the orange step labels? A common request on the forum is to just remove that. People, they're using the process block, but they just want to remove that label. And you can see it's one of the most requested changes to the UI. And it's not really a bug, it's a process block. You're supposed to use numbers, consecutive numbers. But a lot of people seem to be using it differently. So the one saving grace is we can add just a little line of CSS to fix that. And this is a theme component. I'm going to show you the best way to install this theme component. Go into your SCORM content folder, and this is my code editor. I use Dreamweaver as I'm already paying for my Adobe subscription. There's a bunch of editors out there. So open that index file. You can see this is all the CSS from like your theme settings, I think, for the most part. And all we're gonna do within that style tag, copy and paste. I give you the code. This is theme360.com. We're just gonna paste that in there. That's all it is. Right onto the index file. And you may want to add some commenting because your team members, your colleagues, they may not know exactly what this code is doing. They should be aware you are installing a theme component. This is the first of two ways to install a theme component. And you may even want to put your initials and your date just to fully document what you're doing. And again, make sure it's within that style tag. You don't want to put it outside of the style tag. And that's it. And you can add more than one theme component there. Moment of truth, there we go. We just removed that label altogether. Here's the second way I provide this file. This is just a blank CSS file. Right click, go to Save Page As, go into your SCORM content, or just the content folder if it's a web export. We're going to make a new folder. I'm going to call it Theme. I think that's the best name for it. So I just made a new folder called Theme, and custom.css, I saved that blank file into that folder called Theme. Okay, I'm back in my editor here. Custom.css, this is where I'm going to paste that code. And now it's a separate file. There's a good reason for doing that. But the only thing now is we have to connect that custom.css file to the course now, because we're not adding it with the other CSS here. So right below that style tag, we're just going to add a little link, and I give you the actual link as long as you're using my file names. I give you that link to put into the HTML. So it just links to theme/custom.css. That's my new file. And hit save. You can see we've done the same thing, just with a different way. And here's why. Like, next time you have a change to that course, you can just copy that theme folder over to your new SCORM export or your web export. And then all you have to do is add that link to custom.css. And I do major branding implementations on Rise, and I keep everything in this theme folder. Because if you're adding fonts, images, multiple CSS files, put everything into that folder called theme. And then next time you export, you're mainly just copying that folder over to the freshly exported file. There are some people I've seen on the forum suggesting that you can modify the CSS files that come with your Rise export. I would never do that. That's kind of dangerous. Keep in mind, Rise changes weekly, just about. Their CSS is actively changing. You do not want to edit those files that come with your exports. You want to keep all your CSS completely separate. This is going to be the best way to do it.